Rainbow eats his bear gonna eat.
Princess the Bear here today. We're hanging out at EPCOT for the International Festival of the Arts. Because if we're doing anything, we're creating disgust in the princess's face.
Yeah.
So, as your number one trusted foodie infotainment, I'm trying the food so you don't have to. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's get my munchies on.
It's time to foodie and chill.
Well, here we have the soft shell crab slider. This is the one that everybody's looking to get for the Festival of the Arts. The question is it worth the bite? It's definitely got enough legs to walk into your mouth. Look at all those little soft shell crabby legs. They're all cute and edible looking. Now, I did have to get mine modified because it does come with a mango ketchup. And when I say I'm allergic to mango, there wouldn't be any more videos of that if I did that today. You got a nice little slaw in here as well. How do you eat it? You just shove it in your mouth. That soft shell crab is soft. Now, the outside, the breading, nice and crispy, got a nice little bite to it. And you get a surf of that crab flavor. I know, it looks a little unwieldy, little dangly on the side, but honestly, this is one of those things I feel like you should challenge yourself to try. And even if you don't want like a whole one, split it with some friends. It's tasty, and honestly, I love soft shell crab. I get this almost anytime I can get it. It's something that pops up a lot at like hibachi or sushi restaurants, but like, I love it. It's crisp, it's delicious. It's probably gonna make my list for my favorites of the festival very easily. Give it 4.75 out of 5 claws. Here we have the smoked salmon scone. Got this huge lump of the smoked salmon on top, some creme fraiche, a little arugula in here, and you have some, looks like chives and capers in here. It's a caper for sure, because it's stealing my heart already. If you like smoked salmon, you will love this. My only tip is you're probably gonna need a breath mint, because the smoked salmon that like hangs in your mouth, it's gonna be there for quite a little bit. I'm glad that I have some beverages in which to wash it down. The creme fraiche, there's a nice topper to it. It balances out what would normally be like an overly strong flavor, and the scone, perfectly flaky, not overcooked. I was afraid it was gonna be dry because it's so busy opening bites, they're lining them all up in the window. Luckily, it was not. It's tasty. Get you maybe 2. 3.75 out of 5 claws. So finally, Disney gives us an actual Enchanted rose. Enchanting in its color, its construction, everything else. It looks like art. But I have to warn you, this is not a toy. Repeat after me. This is not a toy, it's food. And I know that some food are toys, but this is food. But either way, we're diving right in. Ooh, the rose just sort of falls apart. It's as delicate as a rose. Got that chocolate mousse on the inside. Oh, a little bit of the fruit filling. Get to that nice, tasty center. That is decadent, delicious. The chocolate with the berry inside is like the perfect balance of like the chocolate and sweet. This is definitely a road to leave you feeling enchanted. And it's sort of euphoria for the rest of the day. I would give it 4.5 out of 5 claws. Continuing the trend of France having the most ridiculous named foods in all the World Showcase, we have the Escargot de Chocolat. There is no snail in it. It gets it from the snail shape of the actual dessert. You have a mixture of chocolate, almonds, and citrus in here. So you have this nice chocolate casing, little cute looking snail head. Let's see if I can actually get in here. Oh, there we go. Break the shell. Look at some of these little innards, because everybody loves some innards. Ooh. There you go. Literally, it's an oversized chocolate bonbon filled with citrus, topped with nuts. Honestly, it quite works. It's cute. It's probably the most aesthetic dessert we've seen thus far in World Showcase. And honestly, even though I usually have nothing but shade to provide to France, I love the French. Their food sometimes hits. This one's hitting. 4 out of 5 claws. Pithiviers de Canard. I'm probably butchering that, but I'm at least going to try. It's Yardbird with not Yardbird, onions, sauce. It's duck and chicken and a puff pastry. Nice, cute little swirl design here. Let's go ahead and then dig right in. Nice and flaky, I like the crust. No, I could have used a fork with this, but you know what? I chose a spoon. Why? Because I have no sense whatsoever. It's given French pot pie in the best way. More pot pies than I've had for some other pot pies all around Walt Disney World lately. You literally have a chicken and duck stew with sauce inside a pastry. And not like the weird, like, crust top ones I've gotten with like just soup on the bottom or in a bowl with the crust on top. This is an actual, like, literal pot pie. Well designed and flaky and tasty. I have nothing bad to say about Française here. I'm surprised too. 4.25 out of 5 claws. Here we have the opposite of shrinkflation. This empanada has been hitting the gym. This boy has gotten bigger year over year. Now this one is new for this year. Got these double sauce on it. It smells wonderful, nice and well constructed. I was going to try to cut it open, but I think it's stiff enough I can just take a bite out of the side. We've had doubts about the empanadas of the past here at the Vibrante El Encanto because the construction of the empanada was like a hard crust that did not feel the flaky empanada that we expect. I can say this one is a flaky, beautiful delight. The crust is nice and soft on the middle where it should be, nice and crispy on the outside, and filled to the brim with that mixture of deliciousness. I think this one is empanada proud. It's doing its people proud. I would give this one 3.75 out of 5 claws. If you're craving empanada, it's finally time. Going all in on the taiyaki. You have this fish-shaped pastry with red bean inside, this little whipped topping, and then a few blueberry boba. I'm not really sure how they expect me to get all that on top, but you know what? We're gonna do it bear style. We're just gonna scoop, and then I'm gonna try to get to the center of the goodness. That is literally my jam. The center of the nice savory red bean paste. The whipped topping adds a little bit of sweetness, but not too much. And that flaky pastry, that's the definition of flaky. I wish more places around Walt Disney World knew the actual definition of flaky, not just dried that it flakes. That is delicious. I will be having multiple of those for as long as we're here. 4.5 out of 5 claws. Here we have the Wagyu bun, a nice steamed bun stuffed with Wagyu, and they give you an intersection of sauces here on a nice plastic looking plate. When you give it a little dip, make my own art here. An arrow to you guys. Honestly, I just need a full steam bun cart here in Japan. Just go ahead and make it a thing. If you do that, honestly, just put it next to the sake garden.
Katsura Girl? Oh, sake garden.
Nobody talks about Katsura Girl. Nobody goes there. Don't go there. It's a bad place. Dark place. This is delicious. I am a sucker for a good steam bun. They just remind me of my childhood. This one, I love. I'm not usually a beef person. In this case, I'll make an exception. It's a 5 out of 5 claws. It's on the Bear Necessities list. If you're wondering what I should recommend that you get, this is probably going to be top of the list. I have to say, as far as deviled eggs go, this is It's rather sad looking. The unevenness of the cut eggs, the toppings, it just makes me want to cry. Now, I'm one of those people to make a whole tray of deviled eggs disappear like magic. Go back to our last homecoming video, and they definitely just poofed right off the table. I don't know what happened there. But you have three kinds of three kinds of deviled eggs. You have the pimento cheese, you have a green goddess, and then a BLT. I guess we're going to start with this pimento tower, this pimento turd, as the princess called it. She's accurate. I feel like they didn't mix the egg enough, but it just feels like you like chopped up the yolk, but it's not like mixed with anything. So it's just like topping on a half of a boiled egg. That's not great. Pimento cheese for me doesn't usually sell it. It's like half a step above easy cheese. In most cases, it's okay. I give it 3 out of 5 plus. Now, green goddess, that actually seems kind of interesting because it's not something you see topped on egg very often. And if I look, yeah, they didn't mix the egg yolk. It's just solid egg yolk. It's literally just a boiled egg cut in half. Like, that's sad. That's not a deviled egg. That's just a boiled egg with toppings. It's really a shame because they've taken the time to actually mix the egg with the green goddess. That might have been something special. It's just literally like topping. The green goddess is nice. It's herbaceous, as the princess would say. I would give that one a 3.5 out of 5 plus. Now for the BLT, which is bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Are you telling me that this little green sprig of weed on top is my lettuce? Because you're not selling me.
Gross.
Honestly, I could have done that with green sprig because I almost choked on it. That one's a 2 out of 5 plus. I know most of you will come here, and as for aesthetics, you will think that the deviled egg flank is the way to go. Do yourself a favor and skip it. Definitely a 2 out of 5 plus. For all you dessert heathens out there and vegetarians, Bear takes care of you. You have the hummingbird cake. You have a banana and pecan cake dipped in cream cheese icing. I can only have a tiny little bit of this. And then some pineapple compote and some little sauce here on the side. It's one thing that people at Disney like. They love their sweets. You can have it. I don't need any more sweets. I'm sweet enough. Most times. All the time. It's given like upside down cake. With the pineapple, I was afraid it was going to be really syrupy. But the way they did the compote, it's like middle of the road sweetness. I give it like a 5 out of 10 on the sweetness scale. It's kind of nice consistency. It's very rich though. I'd have a hard time finishing one of these, but if you are a dessert maven, like you were in the cult of Disney desserts, America's got you this time. I would give that 4 out of 5 points. America's got this, I don't want to call it a superpower. I want to say it's a skill, whether it's a positive or negative skill. That's for you to answer. They take things that are amazing and somehow find a way to make them worse. This is their pot pie. And while I'm all for different kinds of constructions on pot pie, because who cares? Make it fun. This is like an American tostada with none of the culture. But hey, pot pie pizza, pot pie flatbread, call it what you want. It's a tostada. They get a pass this time. It's actually quite delicious. I would not recommend picking it up. While it is structurally sound, it was starting to sag in my hand, but it tastes like pot pie. It tastes more like pot pie than the one that we got a few years ago, where it's just like stew in a cup on the pot pie top, which I absolutely hated. This is sort of a redemption arc. I'll make fun of you a little less. I would give this one a 3.75 out of 5 plus. Here we have a beautifully plated egg tart. If it's one thing that China Pavilion does never skimp on is the artistic nature of how they display their food, be it a festival of the arts or not. It's a lot of the reason why we continue to come here. You have this nice, delicious looking egg tart, nice and fluffy. You got the toasted egg on top. Now, it is a bit, no, it's like a pot pie almost, like a quiche-ish. That egg custard is smoother than silk. Excellent flavor, the roast on the little torch on the top. Excellent, the flaky crust. Better than any pastry I've had on World Showcase in a long time. That is absolutely delicious. It's a 4 out of 5 plus. Bring napkins, it's messy. Ni hao to all our Chinese fans watching this here at the China Pavilion. They gave us the har gao. This is a shrimp dumpling in sauce. This is one of the brand new items for Festival of the Arts this year. And honestly, just the design, the chili sauce and everything else, it looked like art that I get to consume. Ooh. This is finally a challenge for me? Maybe? I'm struggling. That never happens. I'm turning to my card.
It's slippery.
I wasn't expecting consistency of the outer shell. It's a little bit more membrane-ish, like a normal dumpling. It's less doughy and more like it's more of like soup dumpling consistency than it is like dumpling, like pot sticker type consistency. But the filling is delicious. You get nice whole pieces of shrimp. So it's not like no shrimp. You're getting like a whole piece of shrimp in here. The sauce is amazing. It's a nice savory dish on a nice little plastic plate. Not like these terrible Disney plates. The paper ones, plastic. Good old plastic. I like it. It's got a good flavor. I think this is a very interesting thing to try. If you like Chinese food, Chinese ethnic food, this is one you need to try. I would give it 3.75 out of 5 plus.
Tails are off.
Tails are off, as they should be. So here we're getting a beautiful looking portion of the carne asada from the Mexico booth. You have this ancho marinated beef right here on top of a chili sauce. Nopales salad with powdered chicharron. And then a little bit of fried queso fresco. So a little fried cheese along with some meat. We're just gonna go all in.
The cheese looks weird.
It's griddled cheese. It's just like fried cheese. You get a little bit of this Nopales salad on top of there. And a huge chunk of steak. Because I know that's why you guys come here, because I eat so much steak. The marinated beef, so tender and a nice, like smoked grilled flavor on it. That chili actually gives it a little bit of a kick, like spice-wise, but not spicy, if you know what I mean? If you're looking for like a heat rating, for me, I'm giving it maybe like a 0.25 out of 10 on the heat scale, but it adds a ton of extra flavor. The griddled cheese adds that little bit of like soury, savory from the cheese, and the Nopales salad is just a bonus. This is actually a really tasty portion. It is, I would say, a little bit on the expensive side. It's $10.75 for this small plate, but it's packed full of flavor. So maybe you can find value in that. As it is, I'm giving it 4 out of 5 plus. Here we have this creamy corn custard with the caramelized sugar on top, and for some terrible reason, somebody put popcorn on it. Way to ruin a dessert. For those of you that are new here, I despise popcorn. I don't care how it comes. I hate it. I hate it. At the bottom of my cold little bear heart. Corn custard, on the other hand, I'll risk it for the biscuit. I'll tell you what. Starting in Mexico is always a terrible idea. I'll die on that hill. However, they do desserts proud. That, for me, is a 5 out of 5 clause. It's on the Bear Necessities list. Even with the disgusting popcorn on top, it is delicious. This is one you need to stop for. This delightful cheese-covered mystery is the squid ink pasta. This is definitely channeling the theme of this fictional victuals here at this 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea themes booth. Jules Verne infused all throughout every single dish here. So squid ink, lump crab, and then truffle cream and shaved truffle all make some sort of weird sense. It's all mystery and tentacles. Really nice black, huge links of this squid ink pasta. I don't think I've had squid ink pasta since
Flying fish?
It's either Flying Fish or from City Walk. Vivo from City Walk, Universal.
Oh yeah, you did have it at Vivo.
A couple years ago now, actually. Let's make sure we get some of this lump crab in here because honestly, that's what we here for. I was worried that the truffle cream combined with the actual shaved truffle was going to be too much. But when you have so many sort of like strong flavors of the squid ink pasta, which is already a unique pasta flavor, and then a lump crab, somehow it just sort of works. It feels fresh from the seafloor, but nice, warm, and creamy. Honestly, if you're looking for like a almost full dinner-sized portion, especially with everything else I've had to eat today, this will probably leave you feeling full for at least to the close of the park. I'm afraid to eat this and I won't be able to eat anything else, but it's almost worth it. 4.25 out of 5. Here we have a nice bit of charred octopus with fingerling potatoes, capers, and a romesco sauce. Now, you really couldn't have, I guess, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea without at least one solid tentacle filled with suckers on the side. I've laid off the charred octopus lately for my own wild reasons. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I always look forward to trying a new version of it. Go ahead and try a little bit of the octopus by itself first. Ooh, well charred. It's good, well cooked. I feel like I use a smidge of citrus. But let's try with the potatoes and the romesco sauce. All in is definitely the way to go. I guess I could make jokes to the size of their tentacle, but it's a tapas portion as most things here at the Festival of the Arts, so I'm not going to judge them too harshly. It tastes good if you've never had octopus and you're willing to try it. Now might be the time. It's not a huge commitment to get this, and the taste is there. I would give it 3.5 out of 5 claws. Deconstructed dish at it again, this time with a key lime pie. You have the custard, meringue, a little bit of berries on here, a little jiggle, iggle, wiggle. It's like a little leaning wall of jiggle. You have the crust that would normally be on the bottom here. Like literally, you have your entire pie splayed out. That is the lime. This is the key lime. Base, custard, meringue, berry. This is definitely looking like a pie. It's cut into the middle here, like a nice little triangle. That's right, I said triangle. It's a thing now. Do little perfect wedges of all the things. Look at me go. Actually, I know what I'm doing for a change. Almost. I like it, even though they're separate in different proportions. When you get everything on a fork, perfectly balanced. You get definitely the strong taste of key lime pie, just the right amount of crust, just the right amount of berry, the compote, everything else. It sings. This is a dessert worthy of artwork. I give it 4.5 out of 5 claws. I've come as a bear, and I've created all the foodie art that I can create, all the memories that we can create together.
And I think we had a good time. We didn't hit every single booth, but I think we did enough.
Yeah, I think I did a lot. I had some favorites, definitely the soft shell crab was a standout. The empanada was actually pretty decent this year. Princess stood by me and was an excellent camera person throughout this entire thing. Props to her, because she deserves all the praise for having to deal with me all day.
Sorry for some of the shaky shots. Sometimes I get grossed out, and I'm just like, I make movements, and I'm not trying to, but it happens.
But I want to know what you guys think. Have you found your favorite item on the festival yet from the things that we tried? Is there something that you're looking forward to that maybe we didn't try? Let us know either way in the comments below. If there's anything else you can see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might never go on Spaceship Earth again. And then I would be sad. I would be sad.
Blame the Phoenicians.
You would punish me if you don't comment.
Jared the girl.